What's going on, Vanquishers? Charlie here. We are back with another State of the Game. We got quite a few updates, a lot of updates. We're very excited to talk to you guys about. Look, I apologize for Jose right here. He's looking Pimp Master 3000 right now. So, welcome back to anybody that has came for the last look. See, he's got me stuttering my own lines, man. Welcome back to anybody that came from the previous State of the Game, and if you're new, welcome to the State of the Game. In this segment here, we cover the Vanquishers TCG project and the progression and where we're at with the project. We typically cover our major topics are going to be our social media network, our web and app and updates, and our tabletop simulator and our physical card game updates. So before we get started, we're going to go ahead and introduce the entire development team behind this project. Again, my name is Charlie. I'm the creator and one of the developers behind the project of Vanquishers TCG.
What's going on, everybody? You know me, it's Jason. Hold on, let me catch up with Jose. And I handle the social media marketing and business on the backside. So if you have any questions or any issues, go ahead and hit me up. I'm doing a lot of work on the back end, getting stuff done. So if you have any questions or anything, we'd love to help you out.
Hello, everybody. I am Jose, the web and app developer of Vanquishers TCG.
Did you just see how he took off his glasses like he was an old school wrestler? Like, all right. Well, Brandon, good luck.
This is the hardest guy to follow in the world right here. It really is. You don't know when to start. Anyways, I am the game balancer. Let's go.
Let's go. Yo, I like them bats in the background, bro. I just noticed that you got a little spooky going on back there.
Dark Knight vibe going on back there.
So you Batman. I see the yellow teeth.
Yeah.
All right. So before we get started here, well, actually, no, let's go ahead and get started. Mr. Jason, social media network. Let's go ahead and give our wonderful community the wonderful updates we got going on here with the Vanquishers project.
All right. How's everybody doing tonight? Glad you're with us. Glad you've been with us. It's been a long road.
Yes.
And we are getting closer and closer to different steps in the journey, because that's really all this is, steps in the journey. So Kickstarter status, so everybody's aware. Tomorrow should be the 2-week mark, so funds should start transferring over from Kickstarter to our account. So then we'll be ready to start ordering everything.
Boy, I'm so excited.
So,
let me tell you.
Everything should be lining
up. We are
up
excited
for that tomorrow. When the final numbers are calculated and put through, we are going to let you guys know exactly how much funding we did get. It did say we had 68 on the Kickstarter, but there is, at the end of the day, fees from Kickstarter. There's other things that we have to pay for backer kit, as well as some people's cards didn't go through. So we'll definitely keep you guys informed on what the exact numbers are that we actually receive, so you know where everything's going with the Kickstarter status, but everything should be good to go. I'm actually working with my rep for backer kit right now to finish up the last few things for backer kit. We were going to launch the surveys for tomorrow, but because the way backer kit works is they have to get paid before they send out the surveys. We'll wait for the funds to get in so they get paid for the services they rendered, so that then we can send out all the surveys to everybody so that you guys can finish out with backer kit giving us your shipping addresses, and also adding on any last minute things that you would like to get on there. And just so you guys are aware, the add-ons that we do have available for you guys to actually pick through backer kit as add-ons is going to be booster boxes, play mats, which are a limited amount of each of those things, and then we also have 2 other items, which is going to be the my brain froze for a second. It's booster boxes, it's play mats, and it's going to be, dang, Charlie, I've been
dice
doing
trays. Are we talking about dice trays?
No, it's not gonna be dice trays. We're not putting dice trays on there. I got it right here. Hold on.
Yeah, you see, there you go. Don't depend on me, man. I'm gonna spill beans to other things that ain't supposed to be talked about.
We didn't put the dice trays on there. Where the heck is this thing? But yeah, so we'll have 4 items on there for you to add into it, so that you guys will be able to add on more items to your order. So if you want to do that, starter decks, that's what it is. Starter decks, playmats, and booster boxes will be available on there for you guys to order. So the battle dials won't be on there. Sanction and Carlos will not be on there. On there, they were strictly through Kickstarter for those add-on cards, and the Spectral Grenade are all strictly through the Kickstarter. But you are able to do starter decks, which obviously will have Raskin Vale and Solaris as options, and you will have your booster boxes and your playmats to pick from all the different playmats. Just remember, there's limited amounts of them because we're only going to print so many to make sure that we can make sure everyone that pledged gets their pledges, and we stay within our budget. The final count for booster boxes right now, I should get the final. Actually, I just got messaged by the printers, and they're just confirming that in the morning they're gonna have a breakdown of the costs, because what we're doing is we're looking at different layers of numbers of the cost for the booster boxes. So initially we wanted to do 3,000 of them. If the numbers come back and 3,000 is still plausible with the amount of funding we get back from Kickstarter, we're going to do the 3,000. But if we don't do the 3,000, we're going to readjust downwards so that we can make sure everybody gets what they ordered first, and then see what we can maximize out of that for after everyone gets what they pledged for first. So those are very important aspects of us making sure that everyone that pledged gets what they ordered, and then we get that out the way. And just so you guys are aware, anything left over, anything excess that we had to order X amount of because we had to hit a certain threshold for whatever the MOQ was, we will most likely have those on the website for people to order as well, for those kind of things as well. But I would just get it now because it's going to probably be a better and easier process for you to get them now, when you're going through the whole process with the backer kit. So once we get that all situated and we get that through, that will be good to go. And backer kit and everything should be smooth sailing in the sense of the process point, because literally I have my rep for backer kit emailing me video walkthroughs for things that I've never done before. So you guys understand, we've never done a Kickstarter, we've never done a backer kit. So this is all a learning experience for us, which we love to learn new things. So it's really cool to go through it, but it's also, I'm very meticulous in pushing things and making sure everything is done correctly so you guys don't have any headaches on your end. I'll take all the headaches for you guys, I promise.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, so that's the Kickstarter and backer kit status. Right now with our printers, what we're doing is we are looking at options with printers. So and looking at what would look nice, what wouldn't look nice, what we like and don't like. Also, we reached out to our LGSs, so everybody's aware. Nerdy Needs is our local every Tuesday LGS we go to in Brandon, Florida. Tomorrow they're doing some renovations, so their play area in the back, which is a massive area, they're only going to have so much space tomorrow because they're renovating. So if you're coming out tomorrow, just be aware of that. But me and Charlie will most likely be out there just hanging out and playing the game and talking with people, and kind of going over some stuff we talked about tonight. We'll talk about tomorrow in person with a few of our locals, just see what they think if they didn't make it to the actual state of the game, see what's going on, if they have an idea and they want to talk about it more. So just be aware of that. We also reached out to Mystic Game Forge, who they are literally in Port Charlotte. They literally are out there. I messaged with them earlier today, and they said that the hurricane hit them pretty hard, and they're getting everything, situated. So I already let them know that as a team, our team has already offered if they need help with anything, that we'll come down and help if they need it. Just let us know what we can, and we'll come out and do what we can to help if they are interested, if they need it, you know what I mean? Or if they just want some people to come hang out and have more people in the store playing games and stuff like that, whatever it might be, we are down. We're always down to go and help promote that company, do their thing. So right now they are recovering from Hurricane Ian. So I just spoke to them earlier today. So I just want to let you guys know we are keeping communications with our LGSs to let them see where they're at, make sure they're good. If they need anything we can do, we can help. We will. That's LGSs. And then the last thing we're going to talk about for my spot is, as you guys know, I deal with the back end. I deal with talking to the overseas printers for different items, multiple items and stuff like that. With that being said, we're going to give you guys a little sneak peek of a possibilities of some stuff. So some test prints and some stuff that we had gotten checked out through our printer to see what would work, what wouldn't work, what we like, what we don't like. Also fitment. we've dealt with multiple printers as we've gone through this whole process, and as this whole thing's been going since 2016. If you've never been on the back end of it and seen how it works, most printers, you have to readjust your images and your sizing to their templates, because everyone's a little different. So like they might have the same machines, but they might have a different firmware or software in it that makes it move how it moves and stuff like that, or the way their process works. So everyone's a little different. So we have to obviously readjust everything so it fits nicely on the printer we're going to be using for these cards. So with that being said, we wanted to give you guys kind of an idea what some cards might look like. Definitely what some ability cards will look like, what some hero cards will look like, some weapon cards, kind of idea what they'll look like. So what Charlie's going to do is he's going to pull up a video. He has 2 different videos. They're about 25-30 seconds long. So you guys can kind of see some options we've been looking at. And as we go through it, I'll explain what is being shown and stuff like that. So you guys will be updated as we go through to showing you guys that. So wanted to show you guys something to show that we're actually working. Stuff is actually going on. So yeah, so go ahead, Charlie, you can play it. So as you guys can see, we got different patterns of hollow foil here for Carlos, and we're messing around with just how the templating and what's going to come through as foiling and what's not going to come through as foiling, and different options of the foiling. So you see it's like shattered glass. There's that string one that people have seen before. So we were just looking at different options. We just said, hey, just throw on a few different styles. And the top one's the regular rainbow foil. But it gave us an idea of what we needed, how we were going to mask everything, get everything situated so that everything looks good on the card. The thing about that setup was we had to readjust the sizing of everything, because they said they were worried that the cutoff lines for the machines were going to cut off the image. So on this image here that Charlie has, this is readjusted, and then there's more than just hero card on this. So
God, look how beautiful Sanctions gun came out, bro.
There you go.
So just so you guys know, man, these are definitely full printed, and the backgrounds will be it's selective. So essentially this is going to be full printed art, and then the backgrounds are your foils, which of course they just did rainbow foiling for this example. But man, if you would see how the dimensional phasing or even these cards came out, it looks absolutely insane. And again, these videos don't show justice to what the quality is actually going to look like. But man, the dimensional phasing, it's good. I mean, you could see it as it transitions, how like partial of him is foiled and the other half is like straight printed. And even Saigon's cloak is gonna have the hexagons are gonna be foiled out, man. We're with this company here, we're able to do a lot more.
Yeah, because we've done
personalization.
Because we've worked with so many companies, a lot of this stuff is like you're gonna see us doing a whole lot of fun stuff with the foiling and stuff like that with the cards, because we know how to saturate the images, we know how to make it look a certain way so that everything pops a little bit more, so it has little borders here and there, so it's like, oh, that's like a aura on top of the foiling going through it. And there's different aspects of it that we've been doing this since 2016, so we're very vetted in the sense of like masking and how it needs to go and what works best. So right now what we've been doing is just testing different gradients and breaking down different things that what we think will look good, and that test those 2 test files that they got sent from us and they worked on really showed some of the work that they're doing. That's great that they're able to bring out what we actually sent them, because we usually do some little extra stuff here and there, and they were like, they didn't give us any issues. They're like, nope, good to go. Only thing was the adjustment for the size, and everything else seems to be moving.
Yeah, hands down, they were very easy to work with, man. Very easy. If it's something that they can figure out, they're like, yo, we'll figure it out on our part, or they'll let us know a criteria. And this goes back to what Jason was saying. Every template is different. So when you go to different printers, you have to readjust. So I literally had to readjust every single card to fit their template. So that's kind of what we were at. But everything's top notch now, man. It looks absolutely beautiful. All right, Mr. Jason, are we good with covering with social media network?
Yeah, we good, man.
Like he's in the focus.
I'm talking with our printer right now. I'm literally talking with the printer right now.
Y'all seen the face live on the stream where the focus. When he's focused, my man's like zoned in. Just so you guys know that.
I don't sleep, man. I'm up till 5 a.m. back and forth with these people, make sure everything is right. And honestly, I'm just literally, she just gave me some quote numbers and some things. So after this, guys, we're gonna have a meeting so I can break some stuff down for you.
Yeah, we always gotta have.
It's been like weeks of planning this all out, and she just gave me some finalized information.
All right,
it's gonna be really good. So guys, I just want you guys to know we're working every day on this to the point that I don't sleep. Like, you got ask these guys, like, I've been up to 7 a.m. last week, like every day. And they've been like, you need to go to sleep. It's like, I can't go to sleep because I need to be up to get this all lined up so the timetables do what they need to do.
Yo, that reminds me of the meme you sent us where Homer's sleeping, and then where most people and then small business owners are always like, their minds are up and they're up at night thinking about it. Yo, that's epic.
Yeah, but the good thing, and this I'll throw this out there. The good thing of it, I've been biding my time to also work out while I'm doing this stuff and getting back on my regimen, because I used to intermittent fast like every day, and I'm back on doing that every day now. And it's health is wealth, so you guys, I know everyone works hard and everything they do, so take care of yourselves as well.
Facts.
Because this time period too has also been resetting back to a healthy lifestyle that I had before. I don't know if I said it, I'm not trying to get too deep into it, but I used to be like 6XL, so to be able to wear a 1X and a 2XL shirt is pretty crazy for me, and I don't want to go back the other way. So not sleeping is really bad for those kind of things. So you guys get your sleep in. Don't be like me. I promise you, it's not
yet. Be like you in a couple months. You'll be all right.
Yeah, we'll get back. In
a couple months
again. So.
All right.
Yeah, we got really good news. I just got really good news.
All right, cool,
so
yo.
Really
I'm
happy,
excited.
really
We are excited. Look, I don't even know the news yet, but I'm excited for it, just like you guys tuned in.
Charlie, look at my eyes, Charlie.
I saw the focus prior to, man. I saw the focus. All right, guys, so let's move on to the next segment. That way we can go ahead and get moving with this project here. We got the web and app updates with Mr. Jose Chuleta Chancleta. All right, Mr. Jose, I'm gonna give you the solo dolo guest. Go ahead and give the entire community updates on what's been going on in the back end from the website, etc., etc.
Well, hi guys. Today I will be giving you updates about the new tournament system, and Charlie will be displaying it soon here. But I've been working on this system since a while. It's been a while. All the time.
Actually, it's been a long time since the site's been up, essentially. But
yeah, pretty much. But we had to do a couple of things to make it be more functional. And now is pretty much the time where we can actually do that for you guys and actually set up a bracket to where you can see stats, you can see, information once you do join the tournament. And so
Mr. Jose managed to go onto our site here, and he actually added a whole new interface for the tournaments. So I know that in the previously it's supposed to be keeping track of your profile. So currently we decided to go on ahead and have the tournament piece kind of separated from your profile, though your profile will still track it. So Am I correct, Jose? Or am I speaking? Okay.
Yes, sir.
So basically what that means is I'm currently logged in under Vanquishers TCG, of course, our main setup here. So Jose created a tab here for tournaments, guys. So now there will be a tab on our websites that'll be tournaments. And in here we'll have your player's dashboard, which will be another dashboard for you, the player, that are going to be entering in our tournaments. That way you can keep track of all the tournaments you've been in, how many matches you've been in, etc., etc. Am I taking your thunder? My bad, Mr. Jose.
No, you go, keep going. I love when you do that.
Yo, Jose looking at me like, this guy right here, man. This is the problem. And you put it Chico for the people. My man's just take over. Look at Jose. So yeah, so essentially he created a secondary dashboard for you guys. So for those that are just collectors and just want to socialize in the community, we're going to be having blogs. We're going to be having all kinds of great things that we're going to be doing with your primary profile. But then there's going to be a separate profile for the competitors. For people that want to go on ahead and be in the competitive scene, that's where that profile is going to end up being set up for. So that's what Jose actually got going for us. I'll click it real quick just to kind of show you guys what it looks like. It kind of looks funny, the first part of it, but we're working on it. So all this is white out right now, and he's going to color code it properly. But right here, when you click my profile, you'll be able to go right into the actual profile setup. So this would be the profile setup here. You'll of course have all these. I don't know who won and what the tournaments are, because right here
Those
it says
are my
no display.
testing. Those are all the testings that I've been doing,
So
and from like the ladders and the tournaments over there on this thing. That's
Right.
actually the key tab.
So you will be able to personalize a photo, and you will be able to personalize a banner. With the
Right.
edit, when you edit profile, you'll be able to do those things. So that'll be a thing that you can do personally. When you keep track of your tournaments, so these here will show the tournaments that you've attended. This here will be the ladders, which we're going to be using a ladder match system in our setup, but we're going to be playing it a little bit different when we do our tournaments. So this is here would show the actual tournament setup. And what you've attended and stuff like that. And then, of course, your match history. So people you have played in these tournaments and what your actual history would be is actually going to keep track of everything right here. And it's so cool because, guys, keep in mind, we do have another game mode, which is our Carnage mode, which will be a multiplayer tournament team-based thing. And we will be having team competitive slots too. So when you build teams, you'll be able to work with teams. Just, I already know who you chose for your team, Just, so you don't gotta go around announcing it yet. So but yeah, that is gonna be a feature that Jose's already working on and he's implementing into our actual website here. So really quick, let's go ahead and take a look at the tournaments, because we kind of mocked up a kind of semi-dummy one up. So when you click a tournament, it'll actually be showcased right here, and you'll just actually click the tournament button to get right into it. And so this here will be the page of where you'll see your tournament. So as you can see, we have Charlie here that joined in. We have Jose. We have Jay Cyber. We have Vanquishers TCG. We got Jalapeno.
Jalapeno, mama.
Jalapeno. And of course, Big. So it's cool because you can actually click the individuals and check their profiles as well. So you can actually see if these people have been in tournaments prior to, right? In here, you'll be able to track your GP, your actual W's, which is your wins, your loss, and your D. What is D? Oh,
D is draw.
Draw.
A draw, bro.
Which we are gonna do draws, right? We've had a lot of good feedback in our system. Yeah, go ahead.
And mind you, this is only the administrator side. Like all those stuff on the side, you will not have access to as a player. We will have access to these kind of things in order for us to actually edit the points and scores and stuff like that. So
yeah,
we would have to keep track of all the stats and stuff like that. Now, in the future, you know, you guys will be challenging each other. Maybe, I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Pero, you know.
So our goal is essentially what Jose's trying to reference is that we do intend to have locals in other communities from other areas that are interested in hosting tournaments that would have the capabilities to be able to do this also on the back end. So that's something else that we're working on. So you can also challenge back and forth. However that wants to work out, you guys can do it in a tournament scene. So we have a lot of ideas, a lot of great ideas, and our community has been giving us stacked on ideas as well, which has been helping significantly with modeling this and setting this all up. So we wanted to showcase it that it is active currently on our website. So we do plan on working on this soon. As soon as we get these, you know, Jose's still working on a couple more coding, but once he gets it all up where it needs to be at, we're going to start running our alpha, beta tournaments.
Super alpha.
Super alpha, beta. So yeah, we're gonna definitely be working on those and setting all that stuff up right there as soon as we get the opportunity for. Mr. Jose.
Yes, sir.
Is there anything else that we need to cover on your update in your area here as far as the website? Was there anything else?
Like I said, pretty much I've been working on that this whole week. And you know, like always, you gotta go to the merch store, get your shirts.
Yeah, get your support, man. 100%. All that money is going right back into this project and helping develop and making us as great as we are today. Exactly. Thanks to you guys been supporting us since day one. Booyah.
Booyah.
All right, Mr. Jose, thank you very much. I appreciate you for your wonderful time and that app and that website. Everything you're doing for us, man. You're actually making this look primo.
Primo.
All right.
Primo.
Oh, no, primo. No. You're my brother.
You're my brother.
All right, so let's go ahead and move on to the next segment here. It's going to be our tabletop simulator and our physical card updates. I know a lot of you guys have been testing aggressively with our game, beta testing, giving feedback, a lot of great feedback, and we really do appreciate all of your guys' time and effort and the stuff you guys have been giving us feedback. So we have a lot of things that we've consolidated. But Mr. Brandon, before we get started with all the consolidations and everything like that, where can people go to play this game physically right now as we speak while they're waiting for the cards to actually come in? What can they do? Where can they go?
Listen, if you want to play the game, all you need to do is go to VanquishersTCG.com. Jose has spent an incredible amount of time creating such a wonderful website for you to go to. Scroll down to the mod for Tabletop Simulator. You want to press that. You want to, what is it? It says download, or I don't even know what it says.
Complete rules, watch down. Hold on. Did we make a tab for it? Newsletter?
It's when you scroll down. I was going to say, it's been so long since I've done it. I don't even know what it says.
That's the picture. Download Tabletop Simulator. All right, here it is. Booyah! It's all the way at the very bottom. So when you click that, you get right into the mod, and it's totally free.
Well, no, that's for a tabletop, ain't it? Or is that for the
TTS? Tabletop
okay, there you go. Perfect.
All you got to do is hit that.
You want to go there? You want to click that, and then as soon as you open up Tabletop Simulator, you can start playing Vanquishers TCG.
Yeah.
Now the second way you can play is by going back to our website and hitting the print and play. When you hit the print and play, it's going to give you access to all the cards, and you'll be able to print that at home, print that at the, I don't know, what is that? The
Kinko's, any Staples, anywhere that does print. So this here is what the print and play would look like. You go in and click that download button, you'll get the file, and you can start printing and start playing.
Just there you go.
Just as simple.
Those are the best ways for you to be able to play Vanquishers. And I forgot to mention that in order to get access to those, you are going to have to register to the website as well. So once you register, then you'll be able to have access to both of those.
Full on, hands-on access.
100% complete access to all 150 cards.
That is announced. So just like...
just like that.
All of them, just that fast. That's it. That's simple.
Just like that.
All right. Well, hey, listen. That's the greatness about that.
At your fingertips.
At your fingertips. So, basically, what we've been working on as well in the back end. I know that we've been talking about the tournaments from Jose's segment, but we're going to talk a little bit about the tournaments as well. We are going to be meeting at Nerdy Needs. Jason did make an update that they are going to be going through some kind of construction going on at the Nerdy Needs. So the entire game.
If you have a hard hat, just bring that just in case.
My man, you see what I'm talking about? Okay, well, hey, safety first, right? So definitely want to bring that hard hat.
We care about our community.
All right. So definitely bring your hard hat with a V on it. Make sure you guys got a V on it. We want to make sure you got those.
Hey, can we put that on the merch store or what?
Oh, Jose, here we go. No pressure.
The Vanquishers hard hat.
This is what happens when you start joking, Jose. Don't let him start joking because he takes it to a whole other level. He takes it to a whole other level. So we're going to be hosting our tournaments, and we're going to be utilizing this opportunity to go ahead and talk with some more people in our community. We're very thankful for the people that are in our community that do show up, be able to give us some good advice, because, man, we have been getting the ball rolling with this tournament, with these ideas that have been jotted down, and we are just so amped and excited to get this going. So we'll be meeting up again tomorrow. I personally probably won't be there until 7. I got my little Rugrats that I tend to carry with me. And so I'm going to be working out a little thing that hopefully I can intersect it in time for the wife to come. And, it's a little like a tuck and roll deal. You know what I'm talking about. But yeah, so I'm going to be trying to get the little bitty bops to the wife. That way I can be able to get there and be able to fully focus on the project and be able to play some games and get some things down and narrowed out. So, So we're going to be doing that. But real quick, do we want to talk about the card updates, or you want to do that after the new rule update?
I want to say an update.
Let's do the card updates, and then we'll talk about the new rule update.
All right, so
I want to say an update.
Oh, well, go ahead, say an update.
On November 4th, Vinnys soundtrack for Vanquishers TCG is coming out.
Oh, I like this update.
That's facts. Oh, and by the way, the videos that you guys were watching are the beats from Vinnys, by the way. So those beats that y'all were listening to from the video.
When y'all hear the intro,
outro, all that's Vinnys, baby. Y'all gotta make sure y'all get that going. So really quick, we're gonna do some quick updates as far as cards. We did make some changes and updates on the cards for balance purposes, obviously, and making sure that we got these rock solid. So a lot of people aren't gonna like this update, unfortunately. I don't know. They may maybe a love hate. I can't quite narrow it down.
I'm so sorry for you, my friend.
So the Tri-Blade Of course, got a rework. Yeah. So the tri-blade
Probably
got
just
a little
mad because I
rework.
was whooping him with it.
So let's be brutally honest, guys. The tri-blade was OP, super OP. In fact, everyone has red flagged me prior to. Jason has pre-warned me 100 times. The entire community was like, hey, guys, I don't know, this is a bit strong, but hey, let's run with it, right? So as experiencing with it, it is absolutely powerful. And for those that didn't know the previous variation of this, it used to have overcharge was definitely one that's part of it, but then it had overload, which is the energy overload, and it was similar to overcharge. The difference is that it would wipe your shields out. Anything over the die roll of your defense will then apply to your shields, but once your V trigger, it would apply to your shields, but then also stack the kinetic damage on top, which was almost doubling, if not tripling. It was pretty ruthless, so we had to definitely tone that down. It was not intended to be that powerful, but that's just, unfortunately how it rolled out. So we do have a list of abilities that we kind of have in the back end that we say basically these abilities should never be together, and those were two. Unfortunately, those were two of them, so they were together and they shouldn't have been. So here we decided to switch that overload out for synchronism. So synchronism allows you to add 1 kinetic damage for each of your attached vitalities. So this will allow you to be able to attach vitalities to your hero, adding 1 additional kinetic damage, which actually is, if you really look at it, even when you overcharged, was powerful, but now it's going to sync to your hero. The more powerful you make the hero himself by adding the vitalities will actually make the weapon even stronger. So it's kind of like, it's the same but different, because now it's character focused to make the weapon stronger rather than the weapon over-rolling. And still, basically, you were benefiting from 1 roll die. You were benefiting through both abilities, which I'm sure a lot of people were like, who cares? Let's keep the benefit. But it was absolutely OP. So we definitely boosted up the damage on it a little bit to make it deal a little bit more damage. That way, when it's in standard without V-Trigger, it will still dish out some pretty decent damage. But yeah, so we had to do another rework on the Tri-Blade. So for those that have been actively using the Tri-Blade, expect a little change here. So we had to make that change. The next change,
I was whooping on him. He didn't want me to be whooping on him.
Jay definitely had a mean Tri-Blade build. In fact, I think even Stitch had a mean Tri-Blade build. Actually, a lot of people had Tri-Blade builds, man. They were pretty tough.
Stitch didn't want my Tri-Blade build. He didn't want to play with me on that. But I played him with my my rifle one build.
I actually love that gun, man. That gun is very powerful, bro. I like that gun a lot.
Wait till we tell people the meaning behind that one in the future.
All right, so now we're going to move on to the next things that had to get changed, which was the actual mods. So the weapon mods got changed. And the only thing that got changed was we had to bump the damage down by 1. And I know it doesn't seem like much, but realistically, it is everything in this game. We bumped it down by 1 to every mod. So every mod now will be dealing 2 damage or 1 of the other for certain mods. So Solar is going to be dealing 2 damage. The Glacier will be dealing 1 Glacier damage plus 1 kinetic damage. So it'll actually be stacking both, which makes a difference. Trust me when I tell you. And of course, the Tech Grenade, the Tech will be doing 2, 1 kinetic, but of course the cost is 1 more for that class specifically. But they'll still be doing their damage outputs that are going to end up being done. So those are the major changes on the cards that are going to be done. Making sure that we get these out into the printers and all the updates are done. But yeah, so these are the changes that are currently out right now. So Mr. Brandon, before we go into the next change, before we go into the next series of changes, let's go ahead and talk about a rule change that is going to occur in the game, guys. So we've been getting a lot of feedback from the community. I myself was taking a lot of consideration from this change that was very necessary that we had to make for the game. And it's more of a balancing thing than anything. And we'll go into the testimony behind it. But Mr. Brandon, really quickly, let's talk about the changes. It was, me, Brandon, Jason, all of us had our discussions, and we all was like sitting down trying to figure out the best route. And so this was what we kind of came up with. Mr. Brandon.
What's going on?
My man went a mute. I was about to say, hey, does somebody to go call him? Somebody go get this man.
All right, so let's talk about the change. So what we're going to be talking about is changes to how you're going to be able to equip your weapons. So previously, you could equip up to 2 item weapons as well as a hero item. And it didn't matter which weapons you equip. You can equip 2 of the same weapons, 2 different weapons, whatever you wanted to do. So we have made a change to how you're able to activate item weapon cards. And the new part of that, excuse me, the new part of that rule will be you cannot equip 2 of the same named item weapons to your hero. So if you have 2 Orions, you will only be able to equip one. You won't be able to equip both of them. So you'll have to choose a completely different weapon to equip in your item slot. How's that sound?
That sounds crystal clear.
Now, oh wait, was there something else you wanted to say before I moved on?
No, go ahead. Move on to the next part. My bad, bro.
So now there will be a caveat to that. There will be certain weapons that you will be able to dual wield. So for instance, your mini Phoenix, which requires 2 of them in order to deal extra damage when you're targeting and when you're dealing a counterattack. So those weapons will be able to be dual wielded, and I believe we're going to put an icon on those cards to let the players know that they can be dual wielded.
Correct.
Am I right, Charlie?
That's absolutely correct. So right here on the screen, we're showcasing.
There we go. I'm not even watching. There we go.
See,
that's the icon.
Don't worry, I got your back. I got your front, and I got your side. Don't worry, I got you. So right here is going to be the new icon. It's going to be a dual wielding icon. So that's going to allow you as the player to know that this card can have doubles on the field. And of course, people that have been playing the game, know why the double is necessary, because this weapon itself, due to the deadly ability, will allow you to have too many Phoenixes that are equipped. It actually buffs the weapon. We do have a lot of plans in the future for the dual wielding stuff as a new system that's going to be part of the game. But we definitely needed that to be exclusive. So this is why these weapons here are going to have. So any weapon with this icon here is going to allow you to have 2 of the exact same weapon in the game. So currently, upon release, it would be the mini Phoenix, and it's going to be the carbon daggers. So the carbon daggers will be the other ones that will have the icon as well. And they will, obviously, because of deadly, which they have the deadly ability, which allows you to have 2 carbon daggers equipped, will add 2 kinetic damage, which is quite a bit for these actual weapons. But yeah, so these ones here will be dual wielded, and there's a reason behind it. We've been getting quite a few people that have been playing in the community have been telling us and letting us know, hey, listen, why use another weapon if I could just literally put the same exact one and have 4 of them in my deck and just drop 1 in one slot, 1 in the other slot, call it a day, right? And it's easier for people. People also brought up a good point where, it's easier to synergize your character and the weapon, especially when you have 2 of the exact same weapons, to build them exactly the same, to have this ultimate synergy, right? And people were like, yeah, it's cool, but it's that, I don't even know how to say this, Brandon. Like that creative aspect, that critical thinking out the box, that uniqueness just kind of lost its value at this point. And that's what some people were telling us. And honestly, let me be real, I was also doing that myself. I've noticed that I was like, man, yeah, you know what? Now that people are mentioning that, I find myself in my deck builds, I'm steering more towards doubling weaponry rather than using a sword and a shield or a pistol and a rifle type combination deals. And so we looked at the entire setup and what we were doing, and we were like, you know what? How can we do this without tampering with the entire integrity of the game and anything within that nature? And it occurred, just like what we do with rift cards, just like what we do with vitalities and trap cards. You can't have no more than 1 activated at the same time. You can have 4 in your deck, but you can only use 1 at a time. So even if you swapped from your carbon dagger and you swapped it for another weapon, you can go back to the carbon dagger if you had another one in your deck. It can go back into the field, but you can only have, carbon dagger is a bad example because you can actually have both of those out because of the dual wielding ability that the weapon item offers. But any other weapon besides that, let's go into the Tri-Blade, for instance. The Tri-Blade won't be able to because it doesn't have the dual-wielding icon. So you literally would have to wield the Tri-Blade, and if you intend to use another melee weapon, you would have to have the dagger or shield or gun or pistol or rifle, whatever it is you want to combine with that. And people were like, man, listen, if you can manage to structure that, it puts people's critical thinking to think of the like a bigger synergy of a character to be able to use it to its full potential. So that's where me and Brandon were sitting back. We're like, man, how can we do this without tearing up that the open sandbox idea, right? And ultimately it doesn't affect that because the open sandbox is the capabilities of modifying your weapon beyond stock values, and you're still able to do that. It's just now you're going to be able to do it with multiple different weapon types. So it should help balance this out.
It's definitely going to help with balancing and what was happening was we were looking at certain weapons and we were like, wow, these are kind of overpowered when they're used together. So maybe we should think about nerfing them. But then we were thinking, well, we don't want to nerf them because that weapon is actually right where we want it to be at. It's just overpowered when you're using two of them at the same time. So
yeah, and some people were modifying them exactly the same. So think about that for a minute. You had 4 of the same weapons, 4 of the same mods, 4 of the same secondary mod, and all you needed was just those 4 in your deck. So you did manage to shrink your deck size, which was great. That's what we want. But now you pull the chances of the odds of getting them is going to be a lot quicker, and then you're going to mirror your build. And so a lot of people were doing that. So it was almost like, why have 2 weapon slots?
So Stitch is asking, will this also include critical arts? This is going to include all critical item weapons.
Correct.
So all item weapons.
If the critical arts,
unless it has a dual wield icon on it, you'll only be able to play 1.
Correct. So you'll have to, unfortunately, if you were dueling your critical arts, you'll have to use 2 different ones. So you can't use the the Leviathan collar. You can't use that, and you can't use the alchemist. I mean, you can use that and the alchemist together, but you can't use 2 of the alchemists, unfortunately. All right, we got another question. We got another question here. Who TCG is great for not having to?
I don't understand this question.
Yeah, I don't know the question you're asking there, Just.
Or maybe it's not supposed to be a question.
Yeah, maybe it was an insult. And if it is, it's Brandon's fault. I'm going to blame him 100%.
And so if it's a...
Oh, Levin Collar, not Leviathan. It's because I said that all jacked up, I think. I think it's because I'm jacking up my own damn terminology. Thank you. I appreciate y'all killing me with this, by the way. Thank you guys live on the stream. Appreciate my community. See what I'm saying? They're calling me out.
Right.
But yeah, so if you guys, and again, these changes that has been made, a lot of it's affected in rules. We're gonna definitely be playing it aggressively this week, and just to make sure that it is what if it is what we want, right? So there's still we could still kind of go back to the original setup. It's a rule implementation change, but we want to see what the outcome of builds really are with this implemented change, right? We went through the same experience recently with the grenades, right? We went through all grenades were going to be the same name, same type. That way you can only use 4 of one grenade type, right? But we managed it and realized that it really didn't break the game the way we thought it would. So we decided to go back and allow people to use their kinetic grenades with their energy class grenade types. So it's one of those things that we're going to kind of dabble with a little bit. We just want to see how well the builds sync and synergize, and if there's any conflicts in between that, just let us know, and we'll, we'll look into it. But I think me and Brandon, Jason, we all sat back and really analyzed the structuring of the game, and we think this method, applying this rule of 1 in the field, is probably the best thing for the balance purposes.
Have you looked at your Discord memes yet, Charlie?
Have I looked at my memes? I think people are killing me right now. Let me take a. I don't even want to glance at it. I should glance at it. Hold on.
That one is special for you.
Actually, for us, right?
Here we go. Let's see where we're at. for 24 hours? I don't like, just really?
So now you know what this means, Jose. You got to put the hard hat and the work belt on the merch store.
Oh, God. Hey, look at this. Yo. Hey.
I can't.
Yo, why Jose always sticking his tongue out?
I was about to say that. Look at Jose. Hey, he killed it, yo. Hey. Just, you need to stop it, yo. This is epic, yo. I love my community, guys. You I think I'm gonna get a hard hat made for real. This is freaking hilarious. Man, yo, hey, I'm sorry, guys. I had to share that. I'm sorry if you guys weren't ready for it. I wasn't ready for it. This is what happens when the community puts me out like that. Why you gotta do it? That was funny, man. That actually made my time right here, man. So, I appreciate all you guys taking your time out to come check out our updates and everything that we're doing with this project. We're right there. We're ready to get these printed out. We're ready to get these in your guys' hands. And Jason's got wonderful updates for all of us. Of course, he's going to have to talk with us as the devs to make sure that we got everything going. So next week's State of the Game is going to be very informational. You guys are going to get the data that you guys probably been seeking.
Hold on,
and
Stitch just got back. Show him the videos, Charlie, that we showed earlier. He didn't get to see them.
Oh, okay, Mrs. Stitch. We're going to do a round two real quick of some of the prints, man. Real quick. We're gonna
These are just some test files that we sent to the printers, and then we came back for us to look at them and see some things, and let's show Stitch what's up.
Oh, and the music again, guys. If you guys did not get to appreciate it, was made by Vinnys. He's actually putting together the soundtrack.
Dropping on the 4th of November.
Yep, my man's getting that going for us all. So you could definitely support him and the love that he's been giving us since day one. Let's go on ahead and showcase this real quick again. For you guys that have not seen it, that came in a little late, check this out. Some of the print work. Gee, yo, Sanctions gun came out so beautiful, guys.
So this right here is just it's on the regular rainbow foil, but it's just for us for adjustment for sizes and for us to see how the masking worked, the way we did the special masking for this. So it looks crazy.
I already know Saigon's is gonna come out looking sick. I can't wait to grab Sanctions gun from card, man. I want to check that one out. That's gonna look very good.
The music's gonna drop on the 4th, Justin. So we'll put the link. Vinny will put the link in Discord for people to be able to access on the 4th when it launches.
Yeah, it's good vibe music. Hey, and also just you can use the music for any of the videos and stuff that you do as well, bro. So feel free. Mr. Venice is the man, yo.
So this was a regular rainbow full, but it was more for adjustment of size for that one. And then the next one is showing different patterns.
Yeah.
The other video that Charlie's going to show in a moment.
Stretch it out.
Yo, that Carlos with that shattered glass looks crazy.
Shattered glass, guys. That's going to be the shattering parallax. If y'all know about our universe, the way the parallax world is basically a shattered glass mirror. Might end up being, I mean, you guys are seeing some of the stuff that we're getting sent to us. So, but yeah, man, we're real excited. We're right there. We're right there at the finish line.
All I'm gonna say is because our heroes don't have to be in the deck, we can do some crazy stuff with the hero foiling. Y'all are about to be. We can do so much stuff. It's gonna be crazy, guys.
We're already doing crazy stuff, guys. Just know there's a lot of things happening, and if you guys know what's in our community, we don't say nothing until we know or if we have confirmation. So
until you spill the beans or something.
Yeah, but I'm not spilling the pintos right now. But just know there's things in effect, that we have a lot of great stuff for the tournaments. We have a lot of great ideas that are going to be coming. You guys, again, in the community that's been supporting and playing the game, reporting. Yeah.
This week, y'all getting to see some of the patterns we're looking at, some of the different foiling, masking. Like, I promise you guys, we are working our behinds off for y'all.
Yeah, so it's going to be a great journey, guys. And again, I'm excited tomorrow to meet up with you guys again. Play the game, talk a little bit more about the tournament because we want to get this a little bit more polished. Jose and I are going to be working a little bit on the website just to make sure that we can get this tournament polished out, to make sure we got all the kinks out. And that's essentially it, guys. We're getting ready for competitive play. Again, we are those players, guys. We can't stress that. We aren't just the collectors, developers. We are the players. And this is something that we're excited to do. Like, I'm excited to get this tournament going and create campaigns and things within that nature. But we'll go into more detail about the tournaments once we get it up off its feet. And, you know, get ready for liftoff. So essentially, that's about it. Those are all the updates we have tonight for State of the Game. If you guys have came late, Brandon, please tell some people what they can do in the future in case they came late or if they overslept. What can they do?
Listen, if you've been missing out on State of the Game, it's because you haven't been hitting that bell icon. So go ahead and hit that bell icon so you get notified on everything going on Vanquishers TCG.
Facts.
And while you're there, you might as well hit the follow button, the like button, the little heart button. I don't know. There's all kinds of buttons on there. Hit all of them except for the thumbs down one.
There you go. Or the leaves unsubscribe one. Definitely want to hit that.
One
And if you guys are watching this on a later date, feel free to message us, man. You can directly message us on Discord. We're very active on there pretty much every day. Or you can message below the video itself, and we'll try to get back to you as frequently as we can. I kind of monitor the YouTube videos, so I can easily respond at any given moment. But this was a great update tonight opportunity. We wanted to go through all the changes and make sure we got as much information in as possible, letting you guys know that we are still working aggressively and we are working very hard to make sure that we get this at the point that it needs to be at. So
diligently, baby.
There we go, Mr. Diligently. And so we really do appreciate all you guys joining our community. We appreciate you guys tuning in tonight. And again, like I tell everybody I basically touch base with, time is the most important thing in this world. Right? So make sure that you are sharing or spending it with those or the things that matter. And again, tonight, we appreciate the time you spent with us to actually check out this game, make sure the game is in the progress that it needs to be at, and give your guys opinions and feedback. We really do appreciate your guys' time. And until the next State of the Game, Vanquishers,
out.
We are out. Appreciate you guys. 100.
This is Dose.